It was a quiet spring morning at the temple, and the cherry blossoms were in full bloom. The old monk Hakuun sat peacefully beneath a cherry tree, observing the petals as they floated down around him in the gentle breeze. Just then, a young monk named Taro approached Hakuun. "Master, do you hear the whispering wind speaking to us through the cherry blossoms?" asked Taro. Hakuun listened closely to the soft murmur of the rustling leaves. "Yes, I hear it," replied Hakuun thoughtfully. "If you listen closely, the blossoms speak of impermanence, reminding us that all things pass in time." Taro pondered this for a moment. Then he asked, "But Master, might the blossoms not have more to teach us?" Hakuun nodded slowly. "Indeed, my young pupil. If you listen with an open and quiet mind, the whispers of nature can impart great wisdom." Taro sat down beside Hakuun under the cherry tree. He closed his eyes and focused on his breathing, seeking to still his mind. As the whispering wind brushed gently through the blossoms once more, Taro tried to discern its hidden messages. Suddenly, Taro opened his eyes with a look of revelation. "I hear it, Master," he exclaimed. "The blossoms speak not just of impermanence, but of joy and gratitude for this very moment." Hakuun smiled. "Yes, you begin to understand. Our time here may be fleeting, but each instant can be an opportunity for mindful appreciation." Taro's face became serious again. "But Master, at times the wind whispers of sorrow and loss. The falling petals mourn for the beauty that will soon be gone." "That is so," replied Hakuun gently. "To truly hear the whispering wind, we must open ourselves to all that it conveys, light and dark, sorrow and joy. The blossoms teach us to embrace each moment in its wholeness." Taro pondered the Master's words in silence. A petal landed softly on his hand, as if reminding him to stay present. The two monks sat tranquilly beneath the tree for some time, listening to the quiet wisdom of the wind. Eventually, Taro spoke again, hesitantly. "Master, might the whispering wind bring messages not just from the blossoms, but from those we have lost?" Hakuun gazed steadily at his pupil. "What do you believe, Taro?" I want to believe my parents, who passed when I was a boy, are somehow speaking to me through the sighing wind," confessed Taro. "Then listen with your heart," counseled Hakuun. "Our departed loved ones may not be tangibly present, but their energies surround us always." Taro closed his eyes once more and breathed deeply. As he cleared his mind, the whispers seemed to change. No longer did they speak only of the fleeting blossoms. Taro felt comforted, sensing his parents' spirits swirling playfully around him on the eddies of the wind. Opening his eyes with tears glistening, Taro whispered, "I hear them, Master. The wind carries their voices." Hakuun squeezed Taro's shoulder warmly. "We need only listen to hear the messages of those who have moved beyond this plane. Their essence endures, whispering wisdom, comfort and love." Taro was filled with a sense of peace and gratitude after connecting with his parents' spirits. Slowly, a realization dawned on him. "Master Hakuun," he said, "if the departed can speak through the wind, might it also carry the voices of our future descendants calling to us across time?" Hakuun nodded sagely. "You perceive well, my young apprentice. Just as the wind bridges the space between the living and dead, so too can it traverse the boundaries of time." Taro sat upright in astonishment as the wind spiraled around him. No longer did it seem random and formless. He could hear rhythmic melodies woven through its murmurs, subtle strains of music echoing from generations yet to come. "Listen for their songs, Taro," urged Hakuun softly. "Our descendants communed with us through the wind's restless harmony." Taro was deeply moved. To hear the voices of those both behind and ahead of him in time was profoundly connecting. Though impermanent himself, he felt part of an endless chain of being, the timeless spirit of life resonating through the whispering wind. In awe, Taro turned to Hakuun. "The wind bridges all boundaries, Master. Past, present and future harmonize in its embrace. Through it, no life sings alone." Hakuun smiled at his pupil's insight. "By listening to the wind, we understand our interconnectedness. All life leaves its imprint, which lingers to guide those who come after." Taro sat in contemplation as the pale pink petals continued to fall around him. But no longer did the blossom's whisperings convey only ephemeral beauty and loss. Taro now heard in them the wisdom of the ancients and the passionate songs of future generations. Seeing the depth of understanding in Taro's eyes, Hakuun knew his pupil was ready for the next phase of his training. "You have learned much today by listening, my young monk," said Hakuun, "but true understanding requires more than hearing the wind's wisdom. It comes through living that wisdom each moment." Taro bowed his head. "I am ready, Master. I wish to live a life guided by the wind's teachings, connected to all who have come before and all who are to come." "Then go forth and do so, my pupil. Let the whispering wind remind you that we are but one thread in the tapestry of time. Cherish each moment and live them well." Taro thanked Hakuun sincerely and made his way back down the mountain path, his spirit nourished and emboldened by the wind's hidden messages. This is Narrative Dreamscape. Thanks for watching.